And we welcome you live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network to the Girls Prep A Field Hockey Championship here in Summit, New Jersey. Today, it's the Mount St. Mary Mountain Lions and the Kent Place Dragons. Thanks for tuning in on our YouTube channel. I'm Ethan Carpenter with you this afternoon here for some field hockey. And it's a nice day out, maybe on camera, but very chilly here in north central New Jersey. Time to start breaking out the winter jackets as we get ready here for the opening draw between these two teams, two very talented squads. Mount St. Mary 15-3-1 coming into this matchup. Kent Place 16-3 as Kent Place has the opening draw, and we are off and running here from Kent Place School here on the far sideline. The Dragons move. And possession will be awarded to Mount St. Mary's. So Mount St. Mary, a team that just a few seasons ago only won 4 games. And it's been steady improvement over the last few years, is trying to take that one away. It was number 18, Alex Mueller for Mount St. Mary's. And Kent Place retains possession. That is Pilar Torres to resume play for the Dragons. Got to play the role of PA announcer as well, announcing both rosters for these teams heading into this one. Obviously, both teams proud of the seasons they have had thus far. The entry there for Mount St. Mary's, Kate Dukoff, plays defense and midfield for the Mount Lions as Kent Place controls here, trying to move it to the outside and find a teammate. That is Sophia Miller, one of the leading goal scorers for the Dragons. And she helps Kent Place reverse field. Infraction called on Mount St. Mary's, and the Dragons will resume play. Trying to get on the attack here early. Moving to the left side, this is Caitlin Williams. And she was trying to find Lauren Russis. But it goes out of bounds, and Mount St. Mary will retain possession. Mount St. Mary, coached by interim head coach Kelly Watson. Had a chance to talk with Coach Watson before this game. And one thing she said, this team to look out for today, very good passing. That's something that's really improved over the years, is trying to handle that high pass was Claire Tratnick for Kent Place, and the Dragons retain possession. But Coach Watson saying that at Mount St. Mary, their passing is really helped them this year, as they have grown from a 4-win team just a few seasons ago and now 15-3-1 this year. As Mount St. Mary on the entry, Kate Dukoff has it. Going far side, taken away by Nina Choi. And Choi on the entry, that is intercepted by Mount St. Mary's, going the other way. Molly Catchpole. Catchpole, the leading goal scorer for Mount St. Mary, 52 goals coming into this game. And Coach Watson said that she has been one of the strong parts of the offensive attack for the Mount Lions. Coming near side, we apologize for a little bit of blocking from the camera. Some of the fans standing up here today as Kent Place will retain possession. Sophie Williams, number 19, on the entry. Here's Pilar Torres. Torres, the senior defender for Kent Place, and it's able to be saved. Good effort there by the Dragons to keep that ball in play as they try to reverse field. Both teams working in the middle third of the field here early. Kent Place coming near side. Sophia Miller able to snake her way through and tries to go through the legs, and it's a kicked ball by Lexi Pace, the defender for Mount St. Mary. Good defense there by Mount St. Mary, but it results in a penalty corner. So an early chance here for the Dragons at home here in the Prep A championship game. Apologies with the scoreboard there. We will get that fixed as we are just under A little under 11 minutes to go here in the first quarter of action in the Prep A Championship. Here's the entry for Kent Place. And trying to find room there is Miller, and it's taken away by Mount St. Mary. Good defensive stand for the Mount Lions here early. As not able to control it. But nonetheless, Mount Lions standing tall on the first penalty corner of the afternoon here from Summit, New Jersey. And the visitors retain possession here, Kate Dukoff. Dukoff on the entry, taken away by Kent Place. Another chance for the home Dragons. That was CeCe Wolf trying to weave her way through the defense. And the infraction called on Mount St. Mary. Dragons will keep it. There's an opportunity there for Kent Place, but deflected away. Dragons will keep it. Knocking on the door with just under 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's a shot trying to get through, and nice save there in goal by Addie Heft. Addie Heft, 110 saves going into this game, but the penalty corner now coming for Kent Place. But that's two dangerous opportunities right there, and the Mount St. Mary defense is held strong, but now another chance here for Kent Place to try and get a goal early. Here's the entry. Miller. The shot for Kent Place is saved by Heft. Miller on the rebound, trying to weave her way in. Miller not able to get through. It's a good goaltending there by Heft, but it's another penalty corner for Kent Place. Here's the entry to Miller. Wolf tries to get a shot off, and there's a shot, and it finds its way in the back of the net. Got lost there for a second in front of the cage, but Kent Place takes a 1-0 lead. Tough to see who got that goal there. As Wolf originally tried to get that shot off, and then that was Caitlin Williams getting it in front of the cage. But I think another stick got on it before it went in, but it's 1-0 Kent Place with a little under 8.5 minutes to go here in the first. Tratnik takes that one away. Claire Tratnik, the senior midfielder for Kent Place. And Mount St. Mary now trying to equalize, but Pilar Torres says none of that. She takes it away. Lauren Russis. Russis will get the entry for Kent Place. Fighting off a Mount St. Mary defender. And a little too quick there was Lauren Russis, the senior midfielder and forward. And now she'll give it off to CeCe Wolf on the entry for Kent Place. Wolf. Over to Russis. Russis makes a move inside. And finds Miller, and Miller hits the side of the cage, and Mount St. Mary emerges with it. So Miller almost had the angle there near the goal line for Kent Place. As this offense for the Dragons, as a foul called there on Mount St. Mary, this offense for the Dragons has been very aggressive here in the early going. 1-0 with 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Again, we'll get the scoreboard up here in between quarters. Get that fixed for you. As trying to take it away from Mount St. Mary, number 17, Alexi Pace, the defender. Here's Kent Place on the entry. Russis. And obstruction, the call on Mount St. Mary's. Russis tries to go through the legs of Riley Newell. And a kick is the call. Working just outside the circle. And out of bounds it goes. Side in, Kent Place's Sophie Williams will do the honors for the Dragons. And Russis Another foul called on Mount St. Mary. One to nothing, Kent Place just crossed the 6-minute marker, so halfway through the first quarter here from Kent Place School. This is Miller working in the corner and trying to get it to a teammate. She cannot. Taken away by Molly Catchpole, the star midfielder for Mount St. Mary, trying to, on the break, get it over to midfield, looking for Liv Castucci. It's taken away by Kent Place. Good defense by the Dragons. Tratnik on the entry. And suddenly, the Dragons are back on the offensive attack again. CC Wolf. And you see the attack there by CC Wolf. She's headed to Yale next year to play field hockey. 7 goals, 18 assists, 32 points this season as another penalty corner coming for Kent Place. Their third here in the first quarter. Russes sends it in. Wolf. And Mount St. Mary deflects it away. Shot attempt from Pilar Torres there. And the Mount Lions playing good defense here in the early going. Despite trailing 1-0, they've been on their heels, but have stood relatively tall here in the early going, under 4.5 minutes left in the first. So here's Dukoff again from the far side for Mount St. Mary. And Kent Place now making another attack. This is Miller inside the circle, trying to find the lane. Miller spins back to her left, and a high shot goes wide right. A little too much air under that one, and Mount St. Mary will take over. Dukoff will get things going again for the Mount Lions. Tries to get one through, taken away by Miller. Miller inside the circle. Miller goes back to her left and trying to gain her balance. And on the infraction, Mount St. Mary will get it back. 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. An early goal for Kent Place. Again, wasn't able to see who got their stick on it, and wish we could have had replay here today to get a closer look at that one, as this is Torres for Kent Place, but it still counts. Still counts, a 1-0 game as Torres tries to get that one through, looking for Caitlin Williams. Williams trying to run back to it, and she can't get it. Good defense there by Mount St. Mary, specifically by Riley Newell, the midfielder. Torres surveying again. And that pass gets through. Nice pass to Miller, and Miller, a lefty shot, goes wide left. But you gotta like the pass there by Pilar Torres to get the Dragons moving with a chance to get their second goal here in the first quarter. And this is a Kent Place team that had a 10-game winning streak from September 17th to October 13th, including 5 shutout wins. So they're not just winning, they're winning in a dominating fashion. Had some double-digit shutout wins as well on their schedule this year. So this is a program that's really just been all about excellence in the recent years. They finished every season over 500 since 2013, 2014. A 117, 43-5 record. Just amazing. And it's to no surprise they're here in the Prep A Championship today, and they also got the state playoffs continuing on, the semifinals on Monday, and they'll play this same team, Mount St. Mary, as that one goes out of bounds. Entry for Kent Place. Here come the Dragons. Wolf fighting on the far side. Tries to keep it in. And Mount St. Mary there on defense, but the Dragons control. And that was Choi trying to put some pressure in on the circle. And the Dragons will regain possession here from the far side. 1:15 and counting left in the first. And in the first almost 11 minutes here, I mean, you got to say the Dragons have been on the offensive attack for about 80 to 90% of this game so far. No shots on goal yet for Mount St. Mary. And there's been, by my count, 3 or 4 penalty corners for Kent Place. So the aggressive defense for Mount St. Mary not exactly paying off, as falling to the turf there is Madeline Popolo. She gets up. Popolo, class of 2024, defender for Kent Place. And near side, Sophie Williams has possession. Dukoff there on defense. Kent Place making a move up the near side here. Mount St. Mary there on defense just outside the circle. And the Mount Lions with 15 seconds and counting left in the first. Kent Place, one last chance here, trying to add another goal before we head to the second quarter. Another whistle. Dragons keep possession.
Send it in.
Need something quick here. Wolf sends one through, and the horn goes off, and that's the end of the first quarter. So it's a 1-0 lead for Kent Place on the goal. Only a couple minutes in. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And we are back here, second quarter coming up shortly on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Let's take a look at one of our players to watch here, number 10, Sophia Miller. You've seen her on the attack here this afternoon quite a bit. She's in the huddle over there this season. 35 goals, 78 points. And get this, 10 games with 2+ goals, and she even had a 4-goal game in there for the Dragons, one of the star players and the leading goal scorers for the Kent Place Dragons this season as they hold a 1-0 lead going into the second quarter of the Girls Prep A Field Hockey Championship on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Again, Ethan Carpenter with you, Justin Vasquez on camera for us today. A 1-0 lead for Kent Place. And here on the opening draw, this is Sophia Buglioni sending it in over to Wolf for Kent Place. And here come the Dragons. Again, a 16-3 record this season. We talked about their success over the last few years. Program that spent almost a decade playing over 500 field hockey. And that one slips through out of bounds. Dragons will keep possession. It's Mount St. Mary really wanting to, as that one went too high. Pilar Torres on the entry for Kent Place. Now Mount St. Mary trying to get on the offensive side of the field here in this one, and they will. This is Alex Mueller on the attack for Mount St. Mary. Torres pokes it away momentarily. Mount St. Mary keeps it. Now trying to get it inside the circle. They keep possession, and this could be the best chance for the Mount Lions here thus far in this game. No shots on goal yet, as that pass trying to get through by Mary Rojak. Rojak, the midfielder for Mount St. Mary. As coach had a lot of good things to say about her. A strong player in the midfield, 7 goals, 15 assists this season. And coach called her one of the hardest working players on the team. She's a Catholic University commit for field hockey. As Kent Place now right back on the offensive side of the field, far side, Claire Tratnick, and not able to control. That one goes out, so possession back to Mount St. Mary here with 13:20 left in the second quarter. Here's an entry for Mount St. Mary. And refs decide that one not too high of an entry, and here come the Dragons. Miller, our player to watch here this afternoon. Miller, and that one skips just past the goal line, and Mount St. Mary retains possession. So Sophia Miller, we mentioned, she's committed to Duke for field hockey this season. Like we said, 35 goals. That is the team leader in goals. As Miller has it there, Miller weaving her way inside, trying to get past Heft in the goal, and great job by Addie Heft to deflect that away. With Coach Watson saying for Mount St. Mary, nothing but praise for Heft, who adds to her, coming into this game, 110 saves. And she's got a few here today, as there was a whistle blown before that shot as it got through the cage, through the legs of Addie Heft. Much to the dismay of the crowd here, would have been a second goal of the afternoon for Kent Place, but the whistle blows, and now a penalty corner for the Dragons. On the entry, Russis again. Tratnick, a shot and a nice save by Addie Heft. So Addie Heft with a couple nice saves to start the second quarter here. As we apologize, more technical difficulties with our scoreboard. We'll get that fixed for you. And there's a high shot for Kent Place, and results in a turnover. So second quarter, 1-0 Kent Place, 11 minutes to go until we reach halftime, and Miller, good defense there by the midfielder to give possession shortly back for the Dragons, but Mount St. Mary gets it back. Now we're moving far side, and that's Popolo. And the Dragons defense really hasn't felt much pressure here in the early going. And this may be the chance there. That's Catchpole trying to get it ahead for Mount St. Mary. Coach Watson talking about the incredible season that Catchpole's had this year. 52 goals, a strong leader in the midfield, and a strong presence both on defense and offense. Extremely critical for midfielders in the sport, as that's taken away by Mount St. Mary, but the Dragons get back on it, trying to move towards the circle again. And nice pass inside to Russis. Russis controls. Russis back to her right and tried to get a tough shot off there, but rose her stick too high, and the turnover, Mount St. Mary gets it. So Russis had a shot there, able to corral the pass made by, I believe it was Heidi Rosley, class of 2023, the forward for Kent Place, putting Russis in a good position there. 9.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. This is Miller again. Miller tries to get one through, another save by Heft. Hit right off her right foot, as now right in front of the cage. Mount St. Mary able to come away with it. Another close call. Kent Place regains possession. So Addie Heft really been put to the test here early for for the Mount Lions, and she will again here as it's another penalty corner for the Dragons. They've had about 6 or 7 as we approach the midway point of the second quarter. 0 thus far for Mount St. Mary. Russis sends it in again, over to Miller. Miller over to Pilar Torres, and this is Wolf trying to send one through. And Heft's on the ground. And another strong defensive sequence for Mount St. Mary, and it's taken away by Catchpole. Molly Catchpole in the open field. Catchpole across midfield, trying to set something up for the visitors, trailing 1-0 here in the early going. Catchpole spins back to her right. What a clinic in keeping possession, and Catchpole skips one through in front of the cage, and it goes out of bounds. But Catchpole giving her team a chance, trying to level this game up at 1, the girls' Prep A Field Hockey Championship. And Nina Choi passes there, intercepted by Kate Dukoff. Good crowd on hand here today from Summit. Both bleachers, both the visitor bleachers and the home bleachers here from Pat Conley Field in Summit are relatively full on this chilly day. Starting to feel like we're getting closer and closer to the winter season here. And the Christmas decorations that are coming up certainly helping that cause. Is fighting on the far side here is Kent Place trying to get back possession, and that ball goes out. Mount St. Mary had a chance, losing it there. I believe it was Mary Rojak. Couldn't get a handle on it, and Kent Place now has possession. Through to about midfield. Mary Hughes, the defender, swipes it away, but Kent Place regains possession. So again, these two teams are going to match up on Monday yet again. It'll be their 3rd matchup this season. As the last time these two teams matched up, a 2-0 win for Kent Place School on the road at Mount St. Mary. And Lauren Russis, who's done all the penalty entries for Kent Place today, she had both goals in that game in the 2-0 win. And that was Mount St. Mary's first loss of the season. They started 9-0 for the first time in school history. And they were 9-0 coming into that game, but Kent Place was able to slow them down and give them their first loss of the season. And no shame losing to a Kent Place team that's 13 games over 500, as a nice pass just outside the circle, and Russis back to her left, a backhanded pass, looking for a teammate. She was looking for Sophia Buglioni. And now Mount St. Mary back with possession. Dukoff retreating back. The defender for Mount St. Mary going to send it off near the cage. And some dangerous passing here by Mount St. Mary, able to go out of bounds. But there were about 3 Dragon players within a couple of those passes who gotten taken away, and would have been a good chance at a goal as that one set through. Heft is going to have another test in front of the cage. Good defense by Mount St. Mary. Just gets by Amelia Napolitano just outside the circle, and now we're working far side. The Dragons with another chance here, under 5 minutes to go. As now the crowd yelling on that entry there. One of the Mount St. Mary players maybe not 5 yards away from the entry, and obviously that would be an infraction. The ref's no call there, and nonetheless, Kent Place gets it back. Kent Place doing a great job this afternoon reversing field, not spending much time on their heels playing defense. As Mount St. Mary now trying to put some pressure on. And here's the entry. Mount St. Mary looking for something. Catch pole to her left. And that shot goes wide. So the two shots that really had a chance for Mount St. Mary, both made by Molly Catchpole. And again, Catchpole career 129 goals, 24 assists, 282 points. And her career as a Mount Lion. Wolf spun around. And the penalty called is now Catchpole trying to make a move. And Wolf playing great defense for the Dragons, much to the delight of this home crowd. Here's Wolf reversing field across midfield. Buglioni gets it ahead. Defense to offense quick for Kent Place with under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. A 1-0 lead. Good chance here for Kent Place. This is Choi, and Choi, or that is not Choi, my apologies, Claire Tratnik. And the collision there, we'll see. I didn't see the ref make a call. Maybe obstruction there on the pass. We will see. As both teams will fight for it on the far side here. Tratnik shakes off the injury and corrals it for Kent Place. This is CC Wolf. Wolf trying to weave her way through. The senior, again, like we mentioned, headed to Yale next year. Career 10 goals, 24 assists, and 44 points as a Kent Place Dragon. As we approach the 2-minute mark here in the first half. That gets away from Popolo. Defender for Kent Place, able to get it over to Torres. And another nice pass from Pilar Torres. She's been really the key for Kent Place, moving from defense in the midfield, trying to give them offensive attacks here in this one. As now Mount St. Mary back with possession. Far side, Mary Rojak running towards the far sideline, and that ball goes out. Rojak couldn't get to it. Off the pass from Alex Mueller. That pass almost intercepted by Mount St. Mary, now fighting for it on the near side. Good work defensively by Riley Newell, the midfielder. And Catchpole fighting for it. Catchpole and Miller, the two stars of this game. And Miller wins that battle for Kent Place. Miller still going. Looking for a lane. That shot high and a save made by Heft. Yet another. Addie Heft doing a great job protecting goal for the visitors this afternoon. Keeping it just a 1-goal deficit as we're 30 seconds away from halftime here at Pat Conley Field. Mount St. Mary trying to stage an attack before halftime. Alian. Over to Castucci. And taken away by Kent Place. The rare occurrence where Kent Place was on their heels there for a second on the defensive end, as that will take us to halftime. As before we head to halftime here from Kent Place, we'll take a look at the aforementioned Addie Heft in goal for Mount St. Mary's over there on the bench. Again, this season, 110 saves, 18 starts, 3 games with over 10 saves, and the most impressive number, 7 shutouts. It's hard to shut a team out, and Addie Heft has done that quite often this season, and today she's had a couple nice saves to keep this a 1-0 game as we approach halftime. So we will be back with the final 2 quarters of the Girls Prep A Field Hockey Championship. Again, our score at halftime, Kent Place 1, Mount St. Mary 0. We'll be back. And it is time for the second half here from Kent Place School. Live on the Play-by-Play Sports Network, the Girls Prep A Field Hockey Championship, as Kent Place holds a 1-0 lead over Mount St. Mary. So got some word during halftime that the goal scored in the first half was Sophia Buglioni, the midfield and forward, class of 2024 for Kent Place. And again, it's tough to see from this angle, especially since it was on the far side of the circle. But Kent Place has a 1-0 lead again here in the opening moments of the second half as we get the scoreboard ready for you. As here's Mount St. Mary now going from right to left here in the second half. Ball sent through, Kent Place regaining possession. Coached by Nikki Profita, assistant coach Bobby Moran, also the athletic director here at Kent Place School. Got a chance to talk with her before this one. And she's got to be proud of this field hockey program, again, that has just been so successful really over the last decade here. Winning seasons every year since 2013, 2014. It's really hard to imagine just how long of a time that's been, as working here on the far side now. Mount St. Mary Catchpole trying to regain possession, but it is taken away by Wolf. Good defense by the Dragons. Torres with another nice pass and a touch pass made by Tratnik, and Miller is now on the attack going right. Tratnik really setting her teammates up for success. Couple nice passes here this afternoon, as Tratnik will get it back for Kent Place. Catchpole takes it away. And Catchpole sends it out of bounds on Mount St. Mary. Again, apologies, it's tough to see the near sideline here, but doing what we can this afternoon as Torres fires a pass in. Miller comes away with it for a second and chasing far side. Wow, she kept that one in bounds. Good effort there by Miller. Let's give the Dragons another shot here. And now a penalty corner again for Kent Place. It's got to be maybe their 8th here today. They've had a ton of penalty corners. Again, still none for Mount St. Mary here in the opening moments of the second half. Just under 12 minutes to go. Russis sends it in. Miller has it. Miller to Torres, and Torres able to put one in for Kent Place. And the Dragons take a 2-0 lead. So Pilar Torres, who has really put on a clinic in passing this afternoon, now gets on the scoreboard, and with 11.5 left in this game, the Dragons build a little bit of a cushion, 2-0 lead at home. But a lot of time left, and reversing field, Mary Rojak for Mount St. Mary. Out of bounds, and Kent Place now has it. And an important number for Kent Place. They're 16-0 when allowing 2 goals or less, so it bodes well for them to have a shutout so far, leading 2-0. They're 0-3 when allowing 3 or more goals, so that third goal has really been the magic number for Kent Place this season. As Catchpole now working her way inside the circle, and Popolo, good defense to help Kent Place regain possession. Russis now. And taken away Nice play there by Lexi Pace. She's had a couple nice defensive plays for the Mount Lions here this afternoon. Romeo. Ella Romeo, the defense. Number 44 for Mount St. Mary. And here's Claire Tratnik. Moving to her right, sends one in front of the cage, and a diving attempt at a save there for Addie Heft. And Mount St. Mary can take a sigh of relief regaining possession here. Already down 2 goals, trying to cut into that lead here in the third quarter. Little under 10 minutes to go. And this one sent over. Popolo tries to take it away. And now a switch in possession. Miller working. Miller, a nice pass. Heft, another save. He's had a ton of diving saves from Mount St. Mary, but it's another penalty corner for the Dragons. Here's Russis. Over to Miller again. Miller to her left. Another shot, and Heft trying to get to it. Does she? She saves it, and it spills out to the left. Kent Place still with possession. Heft has had to make a couple of saves here to start the second half, and another penalty corner coming for Kent Place. Sent into Miller again. Miller to her right. Through a defender's legs, back to her left. And another penalty corner, so the third of this possession for Kent Place. Leading 2-0 here. Miller, that one gets through, but there to gather is Caitlin Williams, taken away. And Catchpole sends one ahead for Mount St. Mary, who is now fighting in the midfield, trying to get back on the offensive side. And now Williams, far side, working on Rojak. Pass delivered there by Sophie Williams, and that one goes out. Last touch by Kent Place. Wolf moving by Catchpole. Wolf's shot. Saved by Heft, and falling over Heft was Sophia Miller for Kent Place. So Kent Place staying on the attack despite the 2-goal lead. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Again, we apologize for not having the clock on the scoreboard. Usually we do. As weaving her way through now is Tratnik. Over to CC Wolf. Wolf trying to go back to Tratnik, and Tratnik regains possession. Here's Claire Tratnik right in front of the cage. You got to like the idea on the pass there. But a kicked ball will award possession back to Mount St. Mary. So here are the Mount Lions. Now they have some room to work. Pass ahead looking for Liv Castucci, the forward for the Mount Lions. And Torres takes it away. Torres has been all over the field today. Great passing. Had a goal just a few moments ago, and now a good defensive play to stop Liv Castucci from potentially getting the angle for a goal there. Dukoff. And Catchpole has it taken away by Miller. Miller up ahead. Falling to the turf. That was a nice pass, but Mount St. Mary now has it. Number 37, Marley Hughes, trying to reverse field. Hughes still going up the left side here into 3 Dragon defenders, and it's taken away by Kent Place, but you gotta like the effort there by Marley Hughes. And now here comes Kent Place. Another chance here. CC Wolf looking for Russis. Russis. Heft tries to make the save. Russis tried to get back to it. There's now another call on Mount St. Mary, so another chance here for Kent Place on the penalty. Torres sets, looking for her second goal of this championship game. Addie Heft is going to have to make another impressive save here. Torres puts it in. Her second goal of the afternoon, and a 3-0 lead for Kent Place School. So in their 2 matchups this season, Kent Place has outscored Mount St. Mary 5-0 as they continue to build their lead here in the second half. If Mount St. Mary's going to come back, they're going to need Catchpole to help. Here comes Catchpole. Works it with her teammate there in Rojak. Catchpole trying to get through. Torres fighting for it. Mount St. Mary keeps it. A low sweeping shot is saved. So Ella Levy makes the save for Kent Place. Class of 2025 making plays here in this championship game. And Tratnik now on the attack for Kent Place. Taken away by Rojak, and Rojak was looking for Castucci on the break. And another chance here for Mount St. Mary. So the offense putting on some pressure. Alex Mueller. And taken away again by Claire Tratnik. Popolo sends it in for the Dragons. Under 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Williams trying to get that pass on the far side. Believe that was number 21, Ariel Wolf. And now the infraction called on Kent Place, so Mount St. Mary will keep it, and it's taken away by Tratnik again. Claire Tratnik playing great defense for the Dragons, especially here in the last few moments. She's had a few takeaways, causing this Mount St. Mary team to commit some turnovers here. As Miller tries to control it, ball goes out off of Mount St. Mary. Here's Torres. Popolo controls. Short pass to Tratnik. And taken away. Mary Rojak, the midfielder. Castucci tries to catch up to it before it goes out. Torres running for it as well, and it does go out, so Kent Place will get possession back. Good hustle there by Liv Castucci. Ball falls to the turf, and it's taken by Abby Sampson. Number 22 for Kent Place, her first mention on the broadcast this afternoon. As we approach the minute-and-a-half mark left here in the third quarter. Miller intercepts that pass and was thinking about a shot there. It's taken away by Rojak. And now Castucci working up the near sideline, trying to get to it. Out of bounds it goes. Poplar will enter it for Kent Place. There's Tratnik playing great defense again for the Dragons. Entering it there is Rosalie. Rosalie over to Abby Sampson. And it's going to be another penalty corner for Kent Place. Lauren Russis will send it in with 30 seconds and counting to go here in the third. Miller to Wolf. Torres looking for her third of the quarter. And a nice save made by Heft again. Good awareness by the goalkeeper from Mount St. Mary. Popolo tries to get that out of harm's way, ends up going out of bounds as we reach the end of the third quarter here from Kent Place School. So the story of that third quarter was Pilar Torres, who put up 2 goals to give Kent Place School a 3-0 lead. And let's take a look at some of the recent results for Kent Place School. You see on the third a win, 8-1, so they're in the middle of another tournament right now, the state tournament, which they will play against Mount St. Mary on Monday. You see the win on the 29th against Johnson, 5-1, so a couple blowout wins. And then you see down there on the 23rd, they lost to Oak Knoll. Oak Knoll has given them 2 of the 3 losses that Kent Place has had this year. And it's really interesting when you look down their schedule for Kent Place. Again, we mentioned they've had a few huge wins, but as a team, they've scored 99 goals this season, a little over 5 goals averaged per game on offense, only 32 goals allowed. It's about 1.6 allowed per game. But the interesting stat is 21 of those 32 goals were in 3 games. So there's been really 3 games where they had a little bit of a tough defensive outing. But other than that, the rest of the games, they played 19 games. The other 16 games, they have been phenomenal on the defensive end. And like we mentioned, that stat, 16-0 when allowing 2 goals or less. And 0-3 when allowing 3 or more. When we have a second, we'll take a quick look at the Mount St. Mary recent results. And didn't mention earlier, but they have not lost since October 16th against Bridgewater Raritan in the semifinals of the Somerset County Tournament. So even though they're trailing 3-0 today, they have had their fair share of success. And they're going to need a tremendous effort here in the fourth to try and close in on a 3-goal deficit. Again, Ethan Carpenter with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in on our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram at PBPSN. And subscribe to our channel. Just crossed the 2,000 subscribers threshold as we get going here in the fourth quarter. As if you're Mount St. Mary, really just want to stay out of the defensive zone here in the fourth and give yourself a chance to get something on the board and make this thing interesting in the last 15 minutes of play here this afternoon. Taken away by Cece Wolf. One of the captains for Kent Place. She joins Claire Tratnik, Pilar Torres, and Lauren Russis as the 4 captains for the Dragons. Here's Catchpole on the entry for Mount St. Mary. Whistle blows. I think might have needed to wait an extra moment or two. As now Mount St. Mary will give it to Dukoff to send it in. Pass intended for Castucci there. And some physical play here on the near sideline. Mount St. Mary sends it in. Arcing pass. Whistle blows. And penalty called on Kent Place, so Mount St. Mary has it. Catchpole the pass ahead. The Mount Lions looking for something that was taken away by Alian. Here's Torres. 2 goals in the third quarter. And again, the one in the first quarter got word Sophia Buglioni, but not confirmed, but that is what most people are saying over here. We had a photographer who's taking pictures of the game today and says that was his best guess on who scored. As Dukoff tries to send one into the circle. Miller there to intercept and take it away, but her pass goes wide left and out. So another chance here for Mount St. Mary. Dukoff trying to make her way through the pressure of the Dragon defense. And Miller and Rojak run into each other near midfield. And Catchpole will take it into her own hands. Torres, another good defensive play for Kent Place. And seamlessly, Kent Place moves from defense to offense. On the far side, Buglioni. Over to Russis. And now inside the circle, this is Wolf. Wolf over to Miller. Miller a shot, and it goes wide right. Heft was there, so even if it was looking like it was going to go into the cage, Heft would have been there for the save, but it goes wide right, and Mount St. Mary now with possession. So if you look at the scoreboard and you see a 3-0 game, that doesn't really tell the story. Addie Heft has done a great job with having a lot of pressure on this Mount St. Mary defense here this afternoon. Wolf making her way inside. Tratnik and Rojak, good defense, tries to just get it out of there and sends it out. Castucci was running for it near side. Not sure if you could see that out of bounds line. She was close, nearly kept it in. And here's Wolf again. CC Wolf going right, tries to send one through. That one had potential. Heft with another save, goes back out to Tratnik. Kent Place with another chance, and that one goes through. Well, like you mentioned earlier in the first half, Kent Place really been on the offensive side of the field 80 to 90% of this game. As Russis, not sure who that pass was intended for. Here's Miller, though. Miller takes it away. Miller tries to get that one past Catchpole. Miller a shot. Wide left. Heft dives. As now another penalty corner for Kent Place. As we reach the 9-minute mark here in the fourth quarter from Summit, New Jersey. Ethan Carpenter on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Wolf off the penalty corner. Wolf's shot is in! And Wolf's shot actually deflected in by Heidi Roseley. But it was set up by a nice pass by CeCe Wolf. And Kent Place pouring it on. It's a 4-0 game. .8:41 left in the final quarter of play. And we'll see if the strategy here for Kent Place changes with such a lead and relatively little time left. Don't want to say that too early. Tratnik takes it away. Had a couple nice defensive highlights from her here in the third quarter and now early in the fourth. As Catchpole trying to set up an opportunity for Mount St. Mary. Alex Mueller. And Allian, now Catchpole resumes for Mount St. Mary, and Catchpole's shot is deflected. And compared to the first half, Mount St. Mary still a lot more aggressive on offense, and probably because they fell behind 2-0 early in the third and just needed to put some pressure on the Dragon defense. They've spent a little bit more time in the offensive side of the field as Torres sends one up. And Roseley, or my apologies, that was Buglioni. Might have had her stick too high for a second, but no call. And here comes Miller. Miller spins. And Rojak takes it away. And Rojak's pass going right towards our table here. As we are right in between the two bleachers here from Pat Conley Field. Created a interesting angle to get our camera set up. Had to give the camera a little more height on it so we can see the field. But making it work here from Kent Place School is now Miller for Kent Place, and that one goes way over the top of the cage. As Kent Place still keeping the aggression up with a 4-0 lead and 6 minutes to go here in the final quarter of the Prep A Field Hockey Championship. Popolo fighting on defense. And her effort results in another possession. As Scarlett Lifton, the freshman. Lifton is a freshman, 7 goals this season. Very impressive, and Lifton's one of 8 players to have at least 6 goals on the year for Kent Place. So a lot of skilled players for Kent Place. They are, though, a little younger than Mount St. Mary. Mount St. Mary has 13 seniors on their team. 6 or 7 of them usually starting. And that's been kind of the major reason why Mount St. Mary's improved over the last few years. It's been the same real core group of players that have been playing alongside each other that's helped them move from a 4-win team to a 9-win team to finally getting over 500 last year in a COVID-shortened season. And now this year having their best season in a long time, 15-3-1, and even if this score holds and they do fall today, 11 games over 500, very impressive. As here's Tratnik, her shot goes high and wide. Tratnik over to Lifton. Lifton had Marley Hughes right there on defense for Mount St. Mary. Still, you can hear the coaching coming from both sidelines, so even with a 4-goal deficit with 3.5 minutes, both coaches, Profita and Watson, for their respective squads, still coaching hard, and you can see the effort from both teams, really. Here in the late going as time winds down here, under 3.5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And trying to take the shot there was Buglioni. And now accidentally there, Miller falling down. She's okay. And Mount St. Mary can't get past midfield thanks to the defense of CC Wolf. And Wolf made a lot of nice defensive plays today. She did have a 3-goal game and a 10-0 win over Union on October 12th. So she is fully capable of putting up numbers on the offensive end. So Kent Place, after this game, they will rise to a 17-3 record. Their third place in the red division of the Essex Union Conference. But there's a lot of tough competition in that division, and they're right there at the top. And they'll have a chance to advance in the state playoffs against this same team this coming week. You got to feel good coming into that matchup. As another penalty corner here for Kent Place. You got to feel good going into that matchup with a combined 6-0 advantage over Mount St. Mary in the two matchups this season, as Sliding Heft makes another save for Mount St. Mary. This will be Kent Place. It'll be their 7th win in the last 8 contests. And again, Mount St. Mary will drop their first game since October 16th against Bridgewater Raritan. As pass in front of the cage, looking for an angle there was Buglioni. And another penalty quarter for Kent Place. This Dragons team, number 9 on the NewJersey.com top 20 field hockey teams. And if you look on the other side for Mount St. Mary, they've been in the top 20 twice this year as a goal goes through, and it'll be credited to, I believe, Scarlett Lifton, the freshman. That's Scarlett's 8th goal of the season and a 5-0 lead for Kent Place. So the freshman with 10 seconds left puts a punctuation on what's been a very impressive outing for the Dragons this afternoon. As the final moments are complete, and the Kent Place Dragons are your Prep A field hockey champions. A 5-0 win over Mount St. Mary. Again, their second win over this team this year, and they're going to play them a third time this coming week. So both these schools very familiar with each other. As Kent Place going to receive their trophy here. Again, rising to 17-3 on the year. Mount St. Mary will fall to 15-4-1. As we presume the announcement will be made by Athletic Director and Assistant Coach Bobby Moran, but we will see exactly when that happens. We've had both trophies here on my table here to my left today, people taking pictures. And Kent Place will add another trophy
to both teams
to their trophy case.
Congratulations to Mount St. Mary's for a wonderful, wonderful showing today. We'll be seeing you again very soon. If both teams would come to the center of the field for the presentation of the trophies, that would be wonderful.
So we are going to turn it over to Miss Moran and have the trophy presentation here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Stand by as we bring it to you.
Friends, you can come a little closer. I think it might be easier. Big field. Mount St. Mary's, y'all can come closer. We're letting parents do some pictures here. Congratulations to Mount St. Mary's. You played a wonderful game in the New Jersey Independent School Prep School Championship today. Thank you very much. The runner-up trophy is being presented by our director of the upper school, Ms. Nicole Heger. Captains.
We're number 2.
And now, for your Kent Place Dragons. It gives me tremendous pride to present to our captains, on behalf of their teammates, the very first time Kent Place has won the New Jersey Prep School Championship. Congratulations, Kent Place. Thank you, parents. Thank you, everyone. Picture time.
So thank you to Bobby Moran on the announcement there. As you heard her, for the first time in school history, the Kent Place Dragons are Prep A field hockey champions. So final score, 5-0 to win over Mount St. Mary. Thank you for tuning in to the Play-by-Play Sports Network this afternoon. Again, I'm Ethan Carpenter. Justin Vasquez doing great work on camera here today. And it's so long from Summit, New Jersey. Kent Place gets the win this afternoon.